Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin and today I'm doing something I wanted to do for a very long time. It's time to head to Australia now. Going there to do a working holiday, so going on a working holiday visa. And I'm going to take you along the journey of how you need to prepare before you come here and then what you need to do once you arrive. So first is going to be a little bit of a vloggy section of the journey here, and then stick around to the end if you want to know all the information you need to know about what you need to do to prepare for coming here. So let's not waste any more time, let's get straight into it. Let's go to Australia. Right, so now I'm in Phnom Penh Airport heading to Singapore for a connecting flight to Melbourne. So let's hope this all goes smoothly. Luckily we checked in fine, all the paperwork was nice and easy to get through, no problems there, and we're just waiting now for the first flight. And we've landed in Singapore. It's a bit wet outside and it's now dark because we've actually already been here for a couple of hours. I've been doing some editing on a video, which is going to be a bit weird because the video I'm doing editing on has already been released. Anyway, go check it out. It's the Sim Reap one. So we're about to board in about an hour and then head to Australia. And then once we get there, I'm going to run you through the whole process, start to finish, so you know exactly what to do. Let's go on this next plane. And welcome to Australia. So actually been here for a couple of weeks now, but I wanted to make sure I got everything sorted and set up before I made this video because I wanted to make sure I was giving you all the right up-to-date information. So, I'm just going to butt in a little bit on myself there because I went to Melbourne and I haven't shown you any pictures of whilst I was there. I didn't get much video, so I'm just going to show you some snaps and I'll do that now. Got a little bit to cover, and first we're going to start with what to do before you actually come to Australia. Now, to get here to do a working holiday, you obviously need to have the working holiday visa, and you can apply for that anytime within sort of up to a year before you plan on coming, because it's valid for a year until you arrive, and then once you arrive, the year starts. So you need to apply for your working holiday visa. Once you've got that come back through, you can then sort out your flights. Now, when you're flying here, the chances are you're going to be flying into one of three airports. That's probably either Melbourne, Sydney or Cairns. Now, at the moment, they all have different sort of rules for testing to get in, but just check the rules for whichever state you're flying into to make sure you know exactly what you have to do when you arrive. And before you arrive, you need to sort some accommodation out. Now, I recommend booking a hostel for, well, people might disagree with this, but I reckon between 1 and 2 weeks. That's because things like bank cards may take a bit longer to arrive. So if you're staying in the same place and you get that sorted, you'll make sure that everything comes before you move on to the next place. But if you know where you're going to go after your first destination, then feel free to just stay there for a week and then have everything posted to your next address. So after you've done that, you may need a PCR test to arrive here. Get that done within whatever time frame required, 72 hours. And then you have to fill out your digital passenger declaration, which is basically like Australia's form, and it lets them know where you've been, what you plan on doing when you get here. And it just gives them a way to keep in touch if anything happens in your travel during the, what to do with the virus. And the next thing is to print every single thing off. Now, it's so much easier to get everything checked if it's all printed out when it comes to the customs and before you board the flight. So make sure everything's printed off and it'll make your life miles easier. So that pretty much covers everything you have to do before you get here. Now, when you arrive, there's a few other things you need to get sorted out. The first of which will be whatever testing requirements your state needs. And if you don't need to do a test, then you're fine. But if you do, like we arrived into Melbourne, which is in Victoria, and to arrive there, you have to do a rapid test within 24 hours and keep proof of that test, basically. So after that, the first thing to do is go and get a SIM card so that you've got some sort of mobile data service when you're here, and you can make calls because you're going to need phone numbers to register with banks and all sorts of stuff. So make sure you do that first. After that, you can then go and get a bank account. Now, I signed up to Commonwealth Bank. It's one of the bigger ones around here, and it was dead easy. Just went into branch, set it up. It was open and running the same day. And the bank card's been posted to me. It hasn't arrived yet, but it's due to arrive within the next 10 working days. So hopefully that'll arrive and then I can start using that account. And also, if you're going to be working, you need to apply for a tax file number. This is basically the equivalent of your national insurance number if you're from the UK, and it allows you to be on the right tax code and claim your tax back as well when it comes to leaving the country. And once you've done that, you should also apply for Medicare if you're from an eligible country. So Medicare works very similar to sort of the UK NHS, where it covers you for most things. Some things it doesn't, but it's definitely worth having if you're eligible for it. You can get travel insurance as well. I've opted not to because Medicare covers pretty much everything I'd need to anyway. And the travel insurance packages I was seeing would only offer a very slight discount on any other medical costs, so it's easier just to foot them myself if I need them. And then once you've got all of that sorted, you can start either exploring Australia or getting set up to do your 3 months farm work in order to get your second year visa if that's something you're wanting to do. So yeah, the next video I'm going to cover just how I found getting this farm work and what it started off like, so initial impressions. And it's actually really easy right now to find work in Australia if you're on a working visa. There's so much out there. There's signs in almost every shop saying help wanted, and when it comes to doing your farm work, it's season for bananas, which is exactly what I'm doing now, and there's plenty of work out there. So get yourselves to Australia if you're planning to do so here. This is a great time, especially because visas are being refunded up until the 19th of April. That's another thing you need to do when you arrive. If you're eligible, make sure to apply for your visa refund, get that sorted so it's coming on the way. And that is pretty much all you need to know. So I'm going to wrap this one up here, and this is actually the lovely little town of Innisfail where we're doing the banana sorting. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this video has helped you out in some way, shape or form. If it has, make sure to smash the like button down below, subscribe to the channel for more content and future Australia based content coming up. Apart from that, have a great day, stay safe, and see you soon in Australia. Bye bye.